At 79 years old, people often ask me a simple question. What's the secret to staying healthy and happy for so long? They expect me to mention some expensive medicine, a complicated diet, or a miracle routine. But the truth is much simpler. After nearly 8 decades of living, learning, making mistakes, and growing wiser, I've discovered that life doesn't need to be complicated to be good. In fact, the happiest and healthiest years of my life have come from following just 3 simple rules. These are rules I never break. Not on busy days. Not when I feel tired. Not even when life gets difficult. These 3 rules have protected my body, strengthened my mind, and filled my days with purpose. They are not secrets hidden in medical journals. They are lessons learned slowly through experience. Let me share them with you. The first rule I never break is I move my body every single day. When I was younger, I thought exercise meant going to the gym, lifting heavy weights, or running long distances. As the years passed, I realized something important. Movement doesn't have to be extreme to be powerful. The human body was designed to move, and when we stop moving, we slowly begin to lose the strength that keeps us independent. At 79, I still walk every morning. Some days it's a long walk through the neighborhood, other days it's just a gentle stroll around the block. The goal isn't speed or distance. The goal is simply to keep the body alive and active. Walking keeps the heart strong, the joints flexible, and the mind clear. Many people my age believe that slowing down completely is the natural part of aging. But I've learned that the opposite is true. The more we move, the more energy we create. Even small movements matter. Stretching, gardening, light housework, or dancing to your favorite music in the living room, it all counts. Movement is not punishment for the body. It is a celebration of what the body can still do. My second rule is I protect my peace of mind. When you reach this stage of life, you begin to understand how precious peace truly is. For many years, I worried about things I could not control. I stressed about the opinions of others. I carried anger longer than I should have. All of that weight slowly drains the spirit. Now I choose peace whenever possible. I don't argue over small things anymore. I don't chase unnecessary drama. I've learned that most problems lose their power when we stop feeding them our energy. Protecting your mental peace is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Every day I spend time doing something that calms my mind. Sometimes it's sitting quietly with a cup of tea in the morning. Sometimes it's reading a good book, enjoying nature, or simply breathing slowly and deeply. These moments of calm allow the mind to reset. A peaceful mind helps the body stay healthy. Stress can quietly damage the heart, raise blood pressure, and steal the joy from our days. But when we protect our inner calm, we create space for happiness to grow. And finally, the third rule I never break is I stay connected to people and purpose. Loneliness is one of the greatest challenges people face as they grow older. Friends move away, families become busy, and life changes in ways we cannot always predict. But human beings are not meant to live in isolation. I make it a priority to stay connected. I call friends. I spend time with family. I greet my neighbors when I see them outside. Even small conversations can brighten a day more than we realize. But connection isn't only about people. It's also about purpose. Every morning, I ask myself a simple question. What can I do today that matters? Sometimes the answer is small. Helping someone, sharing advice, cooking a meal for someone I love, or learning something new. Purpose doesn't need to be grand to be meaningful. Having a reason to wake up each morning gives life direction. It keeps the spirit young, even when the body grows older. When you combine these 3 simple rules, moving your body, protecting your peace, and staying connected to people and purpose, something remarkable happens. Life begins to feel lighter. Health becomes easier to maintain. Happiness stops being something you chase and becomes something you live. At 79, I don't claim to have all the answers. Life continues to teach me every day, but these 3 rules have guided me through the years like a compass. They have kept my body active, my mind calm, and my heart full. And if there's one lesson I've learned after all this time, it's this: happiness and health are rarely found in complicated solutions. They are built slowly, day by day, through the simple choices we refuse to abandon. So whatever age you are today, remember this: it is never too early and never too late to create the habits that protect your health and nourish your happiness. 3 simple rules. Follow them consistently, and you may discover that the best years of your life are still ahead of you. The power of daily movement becomes clearer with every passing year of life. When we are young, we often take movement for granted. Our bodies wake up with energy, our muscles respond quickly, and we rarely think about the quiet miracle that allows us to stand, walk, stretch, or reach for something on a high shelf. But as the years pass, we begin to notice how important movement truly is. The body is designed to stay active, and when it is used regularly, it continues to support us with strength, balance, and vitality. At 79, one of the most valuable lessons I have learned is that daily movement is not about intense exercise or pushing the body beyond its limits. It is about honoring the body by using it gently and consistently every day. Many people believe that staying active requires a gym membership or a complicated workout routine. But the truth is much simpler. Movement can be woven naturally into the rhythm of everyday life. A walk in the morning sun, stretching the arms and back after waking up, tending to a small garden, sweeping the floor, or taking the stairs instead of the elevator are all forms of movement that keep the body engaged. These small actions may appear ordinary, but over time they create powerful changes. The muscles remain awake, the joints stay flexible, and the heart continues to pump blood efficiently throughout the body. Walking has always been one of the simplest and most powerful forms of daily movement. A steady walk helps strengthen the heart, improves circulation, and clears the mind. With every step, the body remembers its natural rhythm. The lungs draw in fresh air, the legs support the body with quiet strength, and the mind finds space to relax away from worries and noise. Walking also has a special way of reconnecting us with the world around us. The sound of birds, the feeling of sunlight on the skin, and the sight of trees or open sky remind us that life continues to move forward gently and steadily. Daily movement also plays an important role in maintaining balance and independence. As people grow older, one of the greatest fears is losing the ability to move freely. When the body becomes inactive for long periods, muscles weaken and joints become stiff. Simple tasks that once felt effortless can suddenly feel difficult. But regular movement helps prevent this slow decline. It strengthens the legs, supports the spine, and improves coordination. Even light stretching can make a difference by keeping the body flexible and responsive. Another powerful benefit of movement is its effect on the mind. Physical activity encourages the brain to release chemicals that improve mood and reduce feelings of stress. Many people notice that after moving their bodies, even for a short time, they feel calmer and more positive. The mind becomes clearer, and worries lose some of their weight. This connection between the body and the mind is something that becomes especially valuable later in life. When the body moves, the spirit often feels lighter and more hopeful. Daily movement also supports healthy sleep. When the body has been active during the day, it naturally prepares itself for rest at night. The muscles relax, the breathing slows, and the mind becomes ready for deep sleep. Good sleep allows the body to repair itself and prepare for the next day. Without movement, many people struggle with restlessness and poor sleep, which can gradually affect overall health. One of the most beautiful things about daily movement is that it can be adjusted to any stage of life. It does not require youth or perfect strength. It only requires consistency and kindness toward the body. Some days the body may feel strong and energetic, making it possible to walk longer distances or spend more time being active. Other days may call for slower, gentler movements such as stretching, light yoga, or simply walking around the house. What matters most is not the intensity but the commitment to continue moving every day. Over the years, daily movement becomes less about physical appearance and more about preserving the freedom to live life fully. Being able to walk comfortably, climb stairs, carry groceries, or play with grandchildren becomes a priceless gift. These abilities allow people to remain independent and confident as they age. They also bring a quiet sense of gratitude for what the body can still accomplish. Movement also creates a rhythm that structures the day in a healthy way. A short walk in the morning can energize the body and set a positive tone for the hours ahead. Light activity in the afternoon prevents long periods of sitting that can slow circulation. Gentle stretching in the evening can release tension built up during the day. When movement becomes part of daily life, it stops feeling like a chore and begins to feel like a natural companion to living well. Another overlooked benefit of daily movement is the sense of achievement it brings. Completing even a small amount of activity can create a feeling of progress and self-respect. This sense of accomplishment strengthens motivation and encourages the habit to continue. Over time, the body and mind begin to expect movement as a normal part of life, and skipping it feels unusual rather than difficult. Daily movement also encourages mindfulness. When people walk slowly, stretch their muscles, or breathe deeply during activity, they become more aware of their bodies and surroundings. This awareness can bring a sense of calm that is often missing in busy modern life. The mind focuses on the present moment rather than worries about the past or future. For someone who has lived many decades, the value of daily movement becomes impossible to ignore. It protects the heart, strengthens the body, supports the mind, and preserves independence. It does not demand perfection or extraordinary effort. It simply asks for consistency and respect for the body's natural need to stay active. When movement becomes a daily habit, it quietly supports health and happiness in ways that medicine alone cannot provide. Over time, these small actions accumulate into a foundation of strength, allowing a person to continue living with energy, dignity, and gratitude for the ability to move through the world. Each day protecting peace and purpose in life becomes more important with every passing year. When people are young, life often feels like a race. There are responsibilities to build a career, raise a family, chase success, and meet the expectations of others. During those years, the mind is constantly busy, jumping from one worry to another. Many people spend decades believing that happiness will finally arrive once everything is perfect. But as time passes, experience slowly reveals a different truth. Real happiness is not created by controlling everything around us. It grows from protecting the peace within us and living with a sense of purpose that gives meaning to each day. Peace of mind is one of the most valuable treasures a person can have. Without it, even a life full of achievements can feel empty and exhausting. With it, even simple days can feel deeply satisfying. Protecting peace begins with learning what deserves attention and what does not. Many arguments, worries, and conflicts that once seemed important slowly lose their power when viewed through the wisdom of time. A person who values peace understands that not every disagreement needs to be won, and not every criticism needs a response. Sometimes the strongest choice is to remain calm, let go, and move forward with dignity. Stress has a quiet way of draining both the mind and the body. When people hold on to anger, resentment, or constant worry, it slowly affects their sleep, their mood, and even their physical health. The heart beats faster, the muscles tighten, and the mind struggles to rest. Over the years, this constant tension can create fatigue and illness. Choosing peace is not a sign of weakness. It is a decision to protect one's health and emotional balance. It means stepping away from unnecessary drama and focusing on the things that truly matter. Creating peaceful moments during the day is a powerful habit. These moments do not need to be complicated or long. Sitting quietly with a warm cup of tea, taking a slow walk outside, reading a few pages of a favorite book, or simply breathing deeply for a few minutes can calm the mind and restore balance. These small pauses act like gentle resets for the brain, allowing stress to fade and clarity to return. Over time, These peaceful rituals become anchors that keep the mind steady even when life becomes unpredictable. Another important part of protecting peace is learning to accept what cannot be controlled. Life brings unexpected changes, disappointments, and challenges to everyone. Trying to control every outcome only leads to frustration. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means recognizing that some things are beyond our influence and choosing to focus energy on what can actually be improved. This mindset frees the mind from constant tension and opens space for gratitude and patience. Alongside peace, purpose plays an equally powerful role in creating a fulfilling life. Purpose gives direction to each day and reminds a person that their life still has value and meaning. Without purpose, even peaceful days can begin to feel empty or repetitive. Purpose does not have to be grand or dramatic. It can be found in simple acts of contribution, kindness, and personal growth. For many people, purpose begins with helping others in small ways. Offering advice to someone younger, supporting a friend who is struggling, volunteering in the community, or sharing knowledge gained through years of experience can create a strong sense of fulfillment. These actions remind people that their presence still matters, and that their wisdom can benefit others. A life that touches the lives of others naturally feels meaningful and rich. Purpose can also come from continuing to learn and grow. Curiosity does not have an age limit. Reading new books, exploring creative hobbies, learning about history, practicing a skill, or discovering something new about the world keeps the mind active and engaged. Growth creates excitement and prevents life from becoming stagnant. Each new piece of knowledge or skill becomes a reminder that the journey of learning continues throughout life. Relationships also contribute greatly to both peace and purpose. Spending time with family, friends, and neighbors strengthens emotional well-being and creates moments of joy that cannot be replaced by material success. Meaningful conversations, shared meals, and simple laughter can brighten even the most ordinary day. Human connection reminds people that they are part of something larger than themselves. Gratitude also strengthens both peace and purpose. When people focus on what is still good in their lives rather than what is missing, the mind becomes calmer and more appreciative. Gratitude shifts attention away from regret and toward the present moment. Even small blessings such as a warm meal, a comfortable home, good health, or a kind conversation can become sources of quiet happiness. Protecting peace and nurturing purpose is a daily practice rather than a single decision. It requires choosing calm instead of conflict, choosing kindness instead of bitterness, and choosing meaning instead of emptiness. These choices may seem small in the moment, but over the years they shape the entire experience of life. A peaceful mind allows the heart to rest, while a strong sense of purpose keeps the spirit alive and motivated. As the years pass, people often realize that the greatest wealth in life is not measured by possessions or status, but by inner calm and meaningful days. Peace protects the mind from unnecessary burdens, and purpose gives each morning a reason to begin with hope. When these two forces work together, they create a life that feels balanced, grateful, and deeply fulfilling, even in the quietest moments of everyday living.